Good morning. It's a little hectic morning here in Raleigh World. I just barely got everything in place here. But among the things I have in place is my cup of coffee. So I clink you all. I say good morning to you, whoever is here. I don't see any names yet, but I can tell some of you here. Jeanette Pasqua, first one in. Keith Shaw, second man on. Coffee. You know, I never drank coffee until I was about 45. And I think it was Janice's fault. But my mom was such a addicted coffee drinker that I was kind of turned off by coffee when I was a kid. But that's all over now. So let me say hello to some people before we get rolling. Jeanette, Keith, Heidi McClure, happy day after your birthday, Heidi, I think. Charlie Bryant is here, and Carol Pred. I have a request from Carol today, and the lovely Ann Mintz. Hi, Ann, and Sharon Lips, Sharon Saki Lips, and John Hubner, and Cozy Sheridan, and Donna Greenberg, Warren and Janelle, Mike Verbick, and Andrew Clack on YouTube. Hi, Andrew. Welcome aboard. And Kathy Marzik, Donna Bergman, Bob McKenna, Jim Moore. Hi, Jim. I've been meaning to get in touch with you. I have a busy morning, but maybe we could talk later in the afternoon or something. And Aretta and Ron and Warren Bendler and Janelle are into hot chocolate now. And Peter Lips, and Rich Fowler, and Helene Tober Fowler, the Fowler family. And Slim Edelman, I should get that right. And S.A. Tudhope. Okay, I got to get rolling here because I got lots to do, miles to go before I sleep. So opening up today, thanks for that cloink, Deb. Opening up. If you ever feel lonesome, you're down in San Antone, just beg, steal, or borrow 2 nickels or a dime, and call me on the phone. I'll meet you at Alamo Mission, we can say our prayers. The Holy Ghost and Virgin Mother will heal us as we kneel there in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight, moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight, moonlight. And if you ever feel sorrow for love that you have wronged, with no hope for tomorrow, in the setting of the sun, and the ocean is howling with dreams that might have been, and your last good morning sunrise will be the brightest you've ever seen. In the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight, moonlight, in the moonlight, moonlight, midnight moonlight. So if you ever feel lonesome and you're down in San Antonio, just beg, steal, or borrow 2 nickels and a dime. Call me on the phone. Call me on the phone. Peter Rowan's Moonlight Midnight, and a bunch of people have jumped in here. I want to say hi. Goes back to here. So I said Deb Levy Clark, David Gideon, Big Dan, Michael Tierson, Victoria Munoz, Keith Shaw again, Marion McGowan. Hi, Marion. Bonnie Spoles, Kate Petrella. Hi, Kate. Terry St. James up in Montreal. Donna Greenberg, Lauren and Kit. One of the invisibles is visible through the ministrations of her sister. And Marjorie Sprouse. Hi, Margie. Toby Simmons is here from the West Coast. Abe Musselman. Hey, Abe. Abe is an old student of mine, a really good guitar player, a good young guitar picker. And like that. Let's see. Clifford is here, Clifford Wagner. And I'm a little, as I said, I'm a little discombobulated. I had other stuff on my mind this morning, so I don't have my order down very well, and I'm not even sure what I'm going to play yet. So I think I'm going to play, let me put this guitar down. I was together enough to have a spare guitar. And I think I want to play this song today, so. But first, another clunk. Pete's Coffee, fresh from Seattle. I think it's Seattle. There's a light in the east as the new day begins, and I search for some wisdom to embrace. I have sat in this chair with my head in my hands, prayed for a moment of grace, and the days ramble on in their fanciful way, as they did when I was in my prime. But the road up ahead has an ominous haze with the unyielding passage of time. So dear friend, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. I can live in this refuge and fend off despair with my dog, my music, and my friend. And my heart reaches out as you're joining me there to embrace each moment till it ends. So dear friends, gather around me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. Share the love and share the pain. Miles apart we stand together in these days till we meet face to face. So dear friends, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. There's a light in the east as the new day begins. And Kate Petrella says, the Raleigh World, the Raleigh World Anthem. It is. It's the Raleigh World National Anthem for all my friends here. So let me come back here, see who I'm missing. So then, Toby, Andrew Clark, Bendler, Phil Burt. Hi, Phil. And anybody else jump in who I didn't see yet? Kathleen is here, Kathleen Edelman, and I think that's Judy Wong. Hi, Judy. So many friends and cozy. Thank you. So, so the other day on the stream, Carol Pred asked if I ever played the song Bluesette. Now, Bluesette is a kind of jazz instrumental that was written by the great harmonica player and guitarist Toots Thielmann, and I used to play it a long time ago, so I've been messing with it for a couple days. So we'll see how it goes. And I see Judy Space is here and Bud Manning. Hi, you guys. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. So that's Bluesette by Twitz Thielmann. Hi, Susan Kohuth. Thank you. Thanks for that little comment. I saw Jerry's comment on my page too. So I should mention also there is going to be a bonus track today. We're going to do 5 tunes plus the mantra. And let me make some announcements and do some talking here. First of all, hello to all the Invisibles who may or may not be with us. Kit Sarikaku is with Lauren, so we know she's here. Kate Mack, Linda Worster, Billy Rubenstein, Joel Biget, and maybe Mario Prue, I don't know. Maybe Terry Linder, I don't know. She might be on here and might not. And I see Marie Bolson McCandless. I think she's an old high school pal of Janice's. And Bunny Barnes is here too. So a couple announcements. That was hello to the Invisibles. I will be on the road from the 20th until the 27th, which means there may or may not be road concerts. And I don't think there will be one on Wednesday. There will be one tomorrow, Monday. I don't think there'll be one Wednesday. Might be one Friday. I'm not sure. Next Sunday, possible, could happen. Next Monday, probably not. By Wednesday, I may be home, because Wednesday night I have a gig at Godfrey Daniels in Bethlehem, PA. If you're in the area, you might come out and hear me live and in person. But be ready to wear your mask. Okay, so I'm going to have a little more coffee here. So I had a question from a friend who shall remain anonymous about the use of the augmented 7th chord. Now, an augmented 7th chord is when it's a 7th chord, like G7, you guys may know it like this, in which the 5th, so a chord has a 1, a 3, and a 5, and then in this case a flat 7. That's the spelling of the chord, like this. Okay? So if you raise the 5th, and instead of it being, it is now, then it becomes a kind of more outside sound. So instead of this, it's this. And the question was asked, why do you use that? And often an augmented 7th chord is used to get you from a 5 chord. So if you're in the key of C, the 5 chord is the G. That's the tension chord. It creates a tension which wants to resolve back to the 1 chord. So if you have a 5 chord and then you have a 1 chord, so you hear those notes on top. In between those 2 notes is this note, which normally would sound outside unless it's part of what we call a through line. And a through line is, we think of in terms of voice leading. In other words, I don't want to go too long with this, but voice leading is the idea of how chords, I could take these chords, say, and think of what each voice is doing. Let's get the right chord. And you put all 4 of those voices together, but we think about the voices that move internally sometimes in a chord. So in this case, the voice is on top, and the leading is to get from this note to this note, and you have this note, but you also have to have a chord that you're playing. And so we played the G chord, so we just raised the 5th, and that leads us to the C chord. So a lot of times in a song, you'll hear something like that, implying the through line. That's your guitar lesson for today, and you'll be quizzed on it next year sometime. Okay? So I think that's all my announcements, except for I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Tomorrow's Monday. And on Tuesday, I think Cozy Sheridan and Charlie Koch are doing one more concert before they go on the road. They're going to be on the road for a while. They might be doing 2 more, but they're at least doing tomorrow or Tuesday, I think. And of course, my buddy Dakota Dave Hull. Cozy and Charlie are on at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and Dakota Dave is on at 11 Eastern Time on Tuesday. So you might check both of those out. I will try to, but I'll be sticking needles in people. And that's my story on that. Okay? So what have I done so far? I've done that. I did Moonlight Midnight. I did Moments of Grace, and I did Bluesette. It means I have one more song and then the bonus track. Okay? This is another of my favorites, and I know Bunny's here. I know it's a favorite of hers, too. Cozy says, yes, we are doing our concert this week. And Helene Tober-Fowler says, I've never known music theory. And music theory is for dummies like me who can't just hear where everything goes. They need some kind of organizational framework to put it together. And that means that dummies like me become very good teachers because we had to understand this framework in order for it to make sense to us. But, there's a lot of great musicians. Like music theory is what people invent to explain what great musicians did without any music theory. So, guys like, especially in their early years, guys like Miles Davis, or Charlie Parker, they were just hearing it and playing it. And probably drinking a lot of coffee, especially the bebop guys, because they had to get their speed up. Thanks, Coz. Okay, so this is another favorite of mine, written by Bobby Charles. If I had my way, I'd leave here today, I'd move in a hurry. I'd find me a place where I could stand and not have to worry. A place to feel loose, a place I could lose these Tennessee blues. I'd find me a spot on some mountain top with no one around me, with valleys and streams, birds in the trees, and lakes all around me. A place to be loose, a place I could lose these Tennessee blues. Place to forget all my regrets and keep just the good times. A place I could sleep with nothing but peace and feel free at all times. A place to be loose, a place I could lose. These Tennessee blues. The Tennessee Blues by Bobby Charles. And so that's our 4 songs for today, but I felt honor bound to provide a 5th one. And this is, today would have been Janice's 75th birthday. You may see I have some posts on my page about that. And this song, which is called, or tune, I should say, which is called Janny's Day, was written in honor of her birthday. And I kind of thought it would be a nice thing to do today. I went by her bench this morning, and I stood there and sang a cappella. Didn't have a guitar with me, it's too cold. Sang You Were the One, which is the song I wrote for her recently. And it's interesting that, when Jan was alive, I didn't write many songs at all, let alone songs for her, because I was kind of inhibited by not wanting to write songs about any passionate stuff that wasn't about her. This is maybe part of my own pathology, but for many years I wrote a lot of instrumentals. I wrote several instrumentals for her. But no songs. And after she passed away, and once I had started to function a little bit again, songs started coming to me, and I've written a bunch of them, and I'm very pleased. I'm in the middle of recording them all right now. But this one is one that I recorded while she was still alive a long time ago, and it's just called Janny's Day. Let's try it again. It's Janny's Day, and that's actually on the Sunday morning CD. It's the opening cut on it. And so I thank you all for being with me on all of these many adventures over these months. I will see you again tomorrow at 3 p.m. And before that happens, I will do the mantra. And maybe I can incorporate the augmented seventh chord into the mantra this morning. So let's see what we come up with here. Here it comes. Be happy. Be healthy. Be brave. And be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, just go take a nap. That went into a major seventh. We'll talk about it another time. That's another augmented chord that leads you into a D9. And here's the Linda Worcester chord. So take care, you all. Let me see. A few people have jumped in here who I didn't get to say hi to, I think. Dave Baird. Hi, Dave. And like that. Okay, now I have a guitar lesson coming up here, so I may not get to respond to all of your lovely chat until later in the day. But thank you so much for listening in. I love you all. And take care. Have a good day.